chunky.
It is.
And you put like
12:01.
This is really good.
January 21st. It is Sunday now.
Yeah, it's feeling good.
So now it's 7 days.
So exclamation marks.
6 got hard stuff.
But hey, we had a late start today, so it's fine.
Or exclamation or check marks better than exclamation marks.
I actually kind of like
Check
sleeping
marks
in.
are maybe wasn't like.
Pizza Bite? No, you hate Pizza Bite. Or not Pizza Bite, the one up the street.
Dufferin and Salter. It's just a coffee roaster. Do you want us to pick some up from here?
Can I give you my card? Buy some coffee for the studio?
Sure. How much do you want?
How much do we want?
We're going to get coffee for the studio. 3/4 of Cancer Bats, as well as John Paul, the producer, and Winnipeg Jim, videography, are all heavily addicted to caffeine. So much so that we have a contest on who can pour the best espresso shot. So far, Jim's winning. So, you know, we want to get some coffee. Sure.
Sure. Cream, sugar, black?
Black, please.
That was the right answer. This is a test, okay?
The studio can be a bit monotonous. Get some espresso. Do you just have the one type of espresso?
You don't need more than one if it's right.
All right. The guy who owns the studio just told me to get 2.
Different ones for espresso?
Yeah.
You trust me?
Yes, absolutely. Perfect.
See, he knows talent when he sees it. It's you. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right, gentlemen, I hope you got what you needed.
I think we work good under pressure. I feel like we're maybe over the halfway point.
Making voice notes being like, in this part I should probably be something like this, and then like listening to that.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day or a day later being like, oh yeah, don't forget that.
I think it's going really good. Yeah, I'm stoked.
The lyric writing is taken care of with love. Really well written songs, really well written lyrics.
I think the third song was Head Wound. It's just a bruiser. The fast parts are fast, really cool melodies and stuff. And it's got like the Madball Biohazard bounce.
Space and Time is probably one of my favorite songs. I really liked how this one came together. This one was definitely like an amalgam of a bunch of riffs that I had and Jay had, and we combined them.
Part of the song was a riff that I'd had, and I was like, I don't really know how I feel about this song. And then when we got into the room at the Goodwill, very minor tweaks, and really being able to like listen to what Liam was doing, this is probably one of the best songs now. The bounce to it, everything about it it's completely done a 180.
Jay kind of had the the verse and the pre-chorus idea. I came up with sort of like the weird Tool riff that's kind of like in the bridge that's real sort of spacey. I think we came up with like a really cool kind of like vibe with that. And once Liam like added lyrics, you know, the instrumental we put together was like, whoa, this really came alive. Mike's drumming on it, like he really stepped it up, and it's like we're all like really locked in tight and playing. I love the idea that it has kind of like this socio-political, environmental message. The whole idea of the song and the structure of it is like coming together even still now.
We wrote Hail Destroyer really early in the writing period of like that album. I feel like the same thing, like Space and Time was like one of the first songs that we really nailed. The line that really like kind of shaped that whole song. The earth deserves so much better than the humankind. I wish I could take credit for it. It's my friend Rachel. JP made a really amazing point. Although this is like Space and Time refers to like specifically just the space that we're in right now and like what's going on. This song represents that in a lot of ways, like the dynamic of everyone working together, what's happening vocally, what's happening band-wise, to where there's part of me that's just like, I should just call this record Space and Time. And it integrated like J parts, Sco parts, like that bridge I think is so rad. And that was like a riff that again, like Mikey like put together that arrangement or started that ball rolling of like that being the bridge and like where you could work it.
Fear. Most of that song almost got thrown away. Change of pace mid-riff it's got this like real gallop beat for a verse that, again, it's something the Bats have never done. In the years that I've been in the band, I love to at least have a song really different from the rest of the songs on the record, if not from any songs on any record. And for me, I think this is one of them.
Fear is the rough working title. I don't know if it's gonna be called that, just because I feel like sometimes when you say the title, it's like the obvious part in the song. This was like me really pushing every vocal dynamic I can kind of do, but within one song. Every vibe I'm like possible of like, you know, like stretching my voice to nail, we like fit within 3 minutes. And I love that it has all these like different textures, and I'm trying to play around with all these different things. And I'm just like, oh, this song bangs so hard. A lot of this record is actually about like, you know, motivations to be pushing on as a band, like what internally motivates you. There's like a spark inside of some people, and that's who gravitates towards each other. It's just like, oh man, at 38, I feel like this energy is like more important now than I felt it at 20. I feel like now is when everyone's like, it's like really being separated, because it's like that's when people start slowing down. So it's interesting to see at this point, it's just like, oh, who still has this spark? Like, who's still hungry for it? And like, that's what this song is about.
Jay's like, he's really stepped up and he wrote so much material for this record, and it was really cool, like trying to mesh our ideas together.